Man, I love drugs. So this video is called Why I Love Drugs. It's definitely going to make my mom cringe. I can see her face in my imagination. Maybe it'll be the video that finally gets me fired from my job. But before you jump to any conclusions or pass judgment, try to just listen with an open mind and see what you think. Reason number one why I love drugs is because they reset you. I remember this day, 5 years ago, so specifically. I had a shit day at work. I was grumpy in my own head, and I was supposed to go to a bar to have a drink with a friend. She came to pick me up, and she noticed that I was in a really bad mood, and she gave me some MDMA. And I remember sitting in the car on the way to the bar, and when it came over me, suddenly I was like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I wasting my time focusing on silly little things that are making me grumpy? I am loved. I am spending time with people I love. In this moment, my life is amazing. I came back to being me. And sometimes drugs just wash me with optimism. I spend every day of my life looking for problems to fix. And sometimes I need a reset just to be able to appreciate the way things are. Reason number two is that they unlock your imagination. I don't know if you've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but Hunter Thompson drives to Vegas with a trunk full of drugs. And a journey alone like that can be a normal business-like trip, or it can be this magical, mind-exploding adventure full of visions and theatrical experiences. Your mind is a theater. You don't need to go to the theater. You just need to unlock your imagination. And drugs give you that for free. Every time I come back from an experience, I bring a little bit of that with me. Everything that I'm saying to you now, I thought about yesterday when I was a little bit fucked up. And these experiences, if you cherish them, can unlock your imagination in a way that spices up your life and your personality. Reason number three is that they can help us deepen bonds. Alcohol is a drug. The only difference between alcohol and other drugs is that alcohol is legal and that it's a little bit worse for your body than a lot of other drugs. But scientists are baffled because people who drink, even people who drink themselves to death, live longer than people who don't drink at all. And the best explanation people can come up with is because alcohol is really intrinsically tied to our socializing. And people with good relationships live longer. Drugs have brought me out of my comfort zone and helped me to make friends who I'm pretty sure at that moment in time, I would not have had the courage to approach if not for them. You can call that a good thing or you can call that a bad thing, but it is what it is. They have a special role. Reason number four is that they shift your perspective. There are some experiences that you just can't imagine until you experience them. Steve Jobs said that one of the most pivotal experiences of his life was sitting in a field after taking a bunch of LSD and watching blades of grass move. It looked like the universe playing a symphony, and it influenced a lot of what he did in the future. I think actually that a big part of our problem with drugs at a very high societal level is that the experiences that we can have with drugs make us question everything. And that can be a stepping stone to really thinking for yourself, which obviously can be a dangerous thing or a very powerful thing. And reason number five why I love drugs is because they are part of who we are. Humans have an amazing history with drugs. Psychedelics have always been a part of shamanistic ceremonies to broaden our minds and connect us with nature. There used to be cocaine and Coca-Cola, and it used to be really normal to go and spend a week in an opium den in India. But our society arbitrarily and randomly builds rules which deny the entire history of our existence. And maybe that's the most important takeaway from this video, is that our rules as a society can be so strange. They can force us to lie or feel shameful about our behavior and to claim that people aren't doing something that lots and lots of people are doing. The most important thing in life is finding balance, but nobody is teaching balance. And I guess that's because finding a balance when it comes to things like drugs is complicated and is different from person to person. Everybody wants to just say no, because no is a one-size-fits-all answer. But finding balance requires courage and requires you to do some investigating and exploring on your own, and also to question where you get your idea of what is right and what is wrong. Kissing my job goodbye, but I love talking about these kinds of things that are these weird double standards in society, and I love talking about experiences. So if you have any questions, just shoot.